November 25th, year 2020. I would like to briefly talk to you about few energy clearing techniques. This is one of the biggest concerns of all those people who are walking on the path of enlightenment, deliberately, intentionally working on self-realization, intentionally, passionately working on so-called famous, rather the quite often used word personal development, so to say, although there's nothing to develop in the person. That's the conventional or traditionally used term when they refer to a human being who's expanding his or her potential. So whatever the way that you like to identify yourself as, you recognize you have immense capacity and potential as a human being, and you have been working on yourself intentionally. You believe it's important to expand your awareness, expand your capacity during this lifetime on earth in this human form. You really deeply feel that inner drive and motivation to liberate from any conditioning, any bondage, free yourself from suffering, be enlightened about things of existence, and also to be able to really tap into this superhuman dimension of who you think you are, and unconditioned from the collective unconscious patterns that had been inhibiting and limiting mankind for a long period of time. Essentially, you're listening to my discourses, my videos, and following me mostly because you deep inside know that you are here to break free, break through, and you know in your deepest awareness about you, who you think you are in your identity, that you are going against the tide with all the people, majority of mankind just getting, flushed away and washed away in the current down the stream. You're one of those who's trying to go against the stream, against the trend, against all odds, meaning you're looking for something not known. You like to uncondition yourself. So I know by now only those individuals are following. In other words, genuine seekers are following my insights, my teachings. And I'm very happy about it, because I'm here to do only that work. Whoever genuinely seeking my words at any occasion in that journey can be a milepost and give that direction, give that conclusion, give that affirmation, give that motivation, give that liberation, and give that sense of direction. Essentially a confirmation, because I'm not here to liberate you. I cannot liberate anyone. I can only work on myself, and I've done so much on myself. And interestingly, I have the capacity to teach people about the inward journey. Okay, so in today's audio discourse, I'm going to talk about few energy clearing tools and techniques. Now, the moment you hear the word energy clearing, you know that we are intending to clear only the negative energy, or whatever that we perceive as blocking us, what is limiting us, right? So when we say energy clearing, it is implied and it's very obvious that we are trying to clear something which is no longer serving us, and we feel that block inside of us. We recognize when there are energy blocks. The mind is super active and most of the thoughts are negative. So you fundamentally know that there's a block going on in your life, energy block, from the way you feel in your physical body. There will be all types of symptoms. You may recognize them as sicknesses, but I want you to know in my vocabulary there had never been the word sickness. Ailment, we don't believe. I never believed. I'm pretty sure if I was diagnosed for certain sicknesses in the duration of my lifetime, let's say during the last 10 years, I'm pretty sure according to the descriptions and the diagnostic definitions, I would have been diagnosed for all types of so-called sicknesses available in this world. But certainly, as a healer for so many years, many lives, I know there's nothing called sickness. And in fact, that is one big message I'm here to give the world. They're only symptoms, right? Any physical symptom has absolutely directly corresponding parallel energy connotation, energetic representation, energetic block at the mind level, soul level, so to say. All right, so there's nothing physical. There's one powerful law that I believe in. That's the law of mentality. So whatever you see, hear, taste, smell, feel, receive as thoughts, essentially this world that you recognize as the world outside is essentially your mind-made stuff, and collective mind with all men and women, all generations, has created this so-called physical world, but it never existed. It was created. So it's a mind-made thing. So everything is mental. That's what we're saying. So any physical symptom you feel in your body continuously, or once in a while the same symptom appearing, now you know there's an energetic block. So if you have been studying Reiki, now I have been teaching Reiki for a long period of time in Sri Lanka, also for some overseas clients, and my best student, best disciple, Gamakashri, is doing Reiki courses, still distantly he's teaching now. I recognize him as one of the best Reiki students. Of course, he was the first that I attuned for Reiki. So if you are someone into Reiki, pranic healing, even yoga, you immediately can relate to this explanation that anything physically experienced as a symptom or ailment, which generally people refer to, which we don't, is an energetic block. It can be recurrent pattern, or like once in a while it appears and then disappear. It keeps appearing whenever you are facing a certain type of problem in your life, and then you get so frustrated and distracted by the physical symptom, which you think and believe as a sickness. So your so-called physical symptom takes your attention, and if you're someone who believing and afraid of sicknesses, you will end up trying to cure the physical symptom, whereas it only can, let's say some medication, some so-called medicinal treatments can only just physically ease off the pain or discomfort, but can never heal the cause of your sickness or symptom, right? So we are talking about uprooting completely, healing, evolving and resolving and transforming the cause of the symptom. Okay, so that's one way you recognize this energetic block when you have physical symptoms appearing. Okay, the second way that you know there's energetic block is that, which I mentioned already, at the mind level or the thought level, mind activity is very high. You often struggle slowing your thought processes down, and you also recognize most of the thoughts are negative, fearful, worrying thoughts, and you really feel lost with your thoughts, all right? Lost in your thoughts and lost with your thoughts, as if like a kitten is entangled in a string of ball of strings, right? Not being able to sort of unentangle. So something like that. It's really a bad place if you really get stuck at the mind level, unlike at the physical level. Because at the mind level, if you get really stuck, you really need help from someone who knows about the mind, right? We are not talking about medicines for the mind. We're talking about someone who has, like say psychiatrists or these doctors. They don't know anything about mind. They know about some medicines related to certain symptoms that you tell them. Okay, that's why how much ever you go to doctors who treat psychological issues, it's never gonna actually heal them. They just give you medicines to sober you, put you to sleep, and make you insensitive to life. That will never resolve. No doctor has ever resolved psychological issues, rather than, of course, in extreme conditions where things have gone completely out of control for the human being and others in concern. Such a profession can be helpful, and medicine has to be used just to keep the person at least safe in other ways, right? And safe for other people. So we're not talking about that level of energetic block, because that's not an energetic block that's going insane and not being able to be even aware or have any sense of self. We are not talking about that level, all right? So here we are talking about an average person deliberately, intentionally working towards personal growth, evolution, enlightenment, healing, evolving, expanding. And in that process, if you notice this sense of energetic blocks coming your way, what can you do? And the third way you know there are energetic blocks is the way you feel, as in not the physical sensation or the tactile sensations or symptoms in the body, but from the emotions. Say, often feeling angry or sad, frustrated, doubtful, fearful, like fear. Of course, all these emotions, so to say, are related to the body, because every emotion has a corresponding chemical reaction or hormonal reaction in the body, because mind and body is connected, therefore they affect each other. Having said that, when someone is quite aware, especially the seekers, right, people who are working on the path of evolution, they are aware that this is just an emotion, like this is a feeling, sense of feeling, right? And then also certainly they can disintegrate and sort of separate out and find out how these emotions and thoughts affecting their body. If you are very, very self-aware, you can even identify this thought create this kind of emotion and feeling, and this is exactly the sensation it gives in my body. That level of awareness is brilliant to have. So more you are aware, easier it is to be resolved. So let's now quickly talk about what can you do to clear these energetic blocks when it occurs, right? Let's talk about like physically when it is affecting you. Famous good old approach is to do deep breathing. There are many breathing techniques, especially good yogis or yoga teachers very powerful breathing techniques. The thing about the breathing techniques is that unless you really learn the technique correctly, there won't be an effect. However, breathing deeply, simply breathing deeply, and let's say breathing into that area of your body where you feel the block or symptom, and with the corresponding positive thought or a mantra or a particular chanting or a prayer can be really useful. So that is what in yoga that quite often happens, they chant a particular chanting, say Om, and then you do the breathing, and it helps. So the conventional, let's say the Buddhist meditation practice called Anapanasatyo, simply the breathing, mindfulness on the breathing. So that is also very powerful. But only thing that requires a lot of mastery over that technique to get it right. But even for a beginner, for an average person, you can simply do deep breathing and stretch the body and feel connected with the inner self and clear this block that is blocking the life force energy flowing through the person or the self, right? I often say in the past, even here and there now, some occasions, I use Reiki. I recommend people using that. It's a very powerful tool. It's something you can use for life. I myself, like, let's say, just few months back, there was a little accident, and then someone else would be so worried and rush to hospital, but I could just treat myself then and there. That is purely because, of course, the awareness I hold about myself, and then I, of course, admit that physical body is physical body. So if something happened to it, you just have to do something about it, right? So you do the mind work, you do the energy work, you do the spiritual work, but if it is physical thing has to be resolved, like sorted out, because that's the lowest vibration. Your physical body is the lowest vibration, just for you to know. It's not the highest vibration, it's the lowest vibration. That's why it's more vulnerable. It's very fragile. It's the mortal body, so to say. Right, so another powerful energy clearing technique is, so other than breathing, next comes, you just say thank you. So whatever you're perceiving as fear, a block in the mind, body, heart, whatever it is, right? Even in an extreme adverse situation, you just say thank you. You thank the situation. I have spoken about this in my TED talk, and people have truly appreciated that idea, because simple things is actually what is needed to take care of the life that you have. You don't need major things to make a profound change in your life. You just have to learn the fundamentals of life. So I often say thank you. Not, you see, you are trained to say thank you when you receive good stuff or things you like. But when you train yourself to say thank you, even to sicknesses, losses, disappointments, fears, worries, even to traumas that keep appearing like nightmares during daytime, right? And people you consider as enemies or haters, like whenever you recognize any block, you just say thank you. And that block begin to dissolve and morph into something completely different. I would like you to experiment with it, okay? Another powerful energy clearing tool is to go beyond thank you and say I love you. Say, for an example, there are these fears popping up quite often. A lot of negativity about someone or something, fear for the future, and sadness about the past incidences, etc. Doubt about someone or something, self-doubt, etc. So more like a combination of cognitive and cognitive, means thought processes and feelings. They're quite often surfacing, and it seems like when you're driving along a beautiful road, suddenly there's this fog. So it's like a mental fog. So if you notice things like that, which are internal, nothing external, it's all inside of you, and you know very well these are my stuff appearing, some old garbage is surfacing in the screen of mind, you not only say thank you to that, you say I love you, right? So because these were the parts of yourself once forgotten, hurt, rejected, not acknowledged, and suppressed, oppressed, so they are just surfacing and say hello, I'm there. So instead of fighting it, you say, I love you and thank you. You can take it to a further extra leverage and to extra mile by saying, I love you, I'm sorry. Why I'm sorry? Because I didn't acknowledge you before that, because I ignored you, but you keep happening, you keep coming. So I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. So those 4 sentences are very powerful, energetic tool. Together can be used or just in isolation, right? Experiment it and see. Now the next energy clearing technique I'm going to teach you is so unique, and I'm sure you have not even heard about it before. That much I can tell you. I'm sure. I don't know if any one of you have really heard about this energy clearing technique, so let me teach it to you. So all of you have your first name, like my lay name. Now I'm known as JayaShri Maathaa. My name is JayaShri Maathaa. I am JayaShri Maathaa, but I have this so-called conventional, traditional name given by my parents at birth. So my first name is Jayamini. Our full name Jayamini Deshapriya Samaratunga. So similarly, you have your first name. Do you know why you got that first name? Why, for some reason, with all the names available on earth and the possibilities of giving you any other name, but your parents gave you that first name? That is because it's the biggest energy clearing tool. Your name, it can be your weapon, like a sword or a pen that writes and then resolve things, or sword that cuts things and resolve things. Either way, your name, your first name, is a very powerful energy clearing tool. Use it. So others might call you in different ways, but it's very important you call your first name and say, I love you, and say, I thank you, and say, I'm sorry, and say, please forgive me. So your first name is a big deal. Use it. If others are not using, you can talk to your own self. And now last, I'm going to teach you a very powerful, not energy clearing technique, but energy building technique. Okay? So I don't any longer say, people like us, we don't no longer believe in clearing things, if at all, unless otherwise required for very deep-rooted karmic patterns. We don't really even bother about using any energy clearing techniques, because we have now mastered the art of turning trash to treasure, okay, garbage into fertilizer. All right. So until you come to that level of personal mastery, you can use these techniques. So we are, of course, very much interested in building something for the future. So that's why after I had my so-called self-realization, let's say Buddhists call it enlightenment experience, maybe Christians call this as the born-again experience, whatever it is, after 2019 November, I self-declared my new name as JayaShri Maathaa. So for people like that who really do not recognize themselves in the parent-made or society-made identity, but they definitely have died to that sense of self, but they have come, they have a second wave of life, so to say, like a new birth, and they have a new name. Usually that's the case, especially on the path of spirituality and enlightenment. Usually a new name is created. Others, my understanding is, especially for teachers or masters, others don't give that name, they self-declare their name. So I often refer myself as the future today. I often use that, future today. So I'm not interested in the past at all. I'm using the unresolved issues individually and collectively in of the mankind. Whatever I see as individually means that is handed over to me through my ancestry, the genealogy, and certainly the whole of mankind. the things that were not resolved, I use them as a stepping stone to create something new, like brand new. So that's why I teach the new code of Buddhism. All right, because whatever said and done, I was able to receive the ultimate gift I was so waiting for many lives, only through the Buddhist teachings, the essence of Buddhist teaching. Because I was a genuine seeker, it was made available to me a year ago. So I was so interested in it, and I was able to figure it out because I was looking for it. That's why we say if you are a genuine seeker, you're definitely going to find God. And actually, it's the other way around. If you are a genuine seeker, God is going to find you, or truth is going to find you as much as you're seeking it. Right? Whatever you are seeking is seeking you. That is what Rumi said. So I would like to now end this discourse teaching you, which is rightly available for you now, with me, through me, is a technique that can help you build new energy. Because as I told you, I'm no longer interested in struggling in the mud like many people do, holding on to doctrines, ideas, concepts, fighting over it, trying to prove that they're right. One group is trying to prove they're right, and when you try to prove you're right, you're automatically saying someone else is wrong. So definitely that's not my approach. I like to build something new, and really new. This is not about, dismantling and negating the old powerful ideas, doctrines, concepts, and philosophies. This is about using them and evolving through them and creating something brand new. Okay? So, now, the technique that can help you build momentum forward, not clearing what is stopping you. Of course, when you keep focusing on what's stopping you and you keep clearing, when you keep focusing on what is bothering you, you learn techniques and keep cleaning. You learn, you want to be more positive, and you find out what's negative and you keep negating the negative. That's a tedious path. I mean, as an NLP trainer, coach, hypnotherapist, energy healer, Reiki master, I've been doing that for 12 years, right? No, 12, more than 12 years. But there comes a point that you're going to evolve beyond both positive and negative. So for those of you who's almost close to that place and in that place of awareness, this can be very useful, okay? So the only technique that I know can build future momentum is, because I know who I am, is that you can chant JayaShri Maathaa, all right? Because I've declared who I am. I am the future today in whatever the path of spirituality, evolution, expansion, enlightenment. I'm here to help you create the future, irrespective of your past conditioning. It doesn't really matter what you have been, who you think you are in the past, how people have treated you, what life experiences you went through, what kind of deeds you did. It's really irrelevant. What really matters is who you choose to become now. So if you have that kind of clarity and that kind of drive and, sense of direction and motivation, I could be the right teacher for someone like you. So if you feel resonated, I repeat to you, because even if you're very skeptical and you're very ID, means high internal dialogue person, very analytical, logical, most probably people like that do not necessarily listen to these discourses. But even if you are someone like that, very analytical, I mean, for that matter, most of my best very good students are computer engineers, software engineers, doctors, so-called high IQ people. I mean, so-called. But the problem is that they haven't opened up their hearts, so they find teachers like us. So if you're someone who is analytical, but yet your heart, you also know how to follow your heart. You feel this message resonating, you can certainly say chant JayaShri Maathaa as a code, right? I told you your first name given by parents is a code. So what does computer code does, or password is a code. It gives you entry, it gives you access to a higher frequency. So for me, I'm aware about my new identity and what I'm doing on earth, what my mission and purpose is. It was always known for many lives, many lives. I remember them, and this life is much clearer to me. The vision got so clear, and I got hooked onto it. As long as I have this mind-body manifestation of my mind-body identity, I'm going to continue on my mission. So you chant JayaShri Maathaa code. Even at the beginning of last year, when I introduced my new sense of self to the world, when students came, the method I was suggesting them to just chant JayaShri Maathaa for 108 times, like sit in a meditative posture and be focused, do some deep breathing, and to really believe in it. Of course, see, if you're not a believer, still you can use this and experience something. All right, it's up to you to use it and experience it. It might work, it might not work. But if someone say I have been a person who has been specializing in applied psychology and helping people to overcome the problems in life. So do you know why people have problems in life? It is simply because they don't believe. They don't believe it's possible to have a problem-less life, or no problem life, or solution-oriented life. It's belief. Everything is believed into existence. You believe you are, so you exist. You believe there's a world outside, the world exists. You believe this kind of sickness exists, suddenly you have that sickness. And people who just don't believe it's not there, they see something else, they hear something else, they feel something else, they taste something else, they smell and know something else. It's all about belief. Whatever you believe, you create it into existence. So if you believe, only people with an open heart can believe. People with an open mind can receive this knowledge. But if you want a transformation, if you want a permanent shift, if you want a new life, if you want an extraordinary life in an ordinary world, you got to believe, right? So you got to believe. I understand there are people who are believing me and my message out there. That's why I am guided within my own self to say this out loudly. I believe this is the first time I'm saying this out loudly. So just to help you in this process, at the end of this discourse, we are going to attach the JayaShri Maathaa code chanting done by some of my wonderful students beginning of this year, 2020. Actually, we did it 2019, and yeah. So I will attach that clip so that you have an idea as to how you could chant it in a way that is really fun. I am a firm believer in fun and being joyful. So for me, only two things matters in life, that is to be happy and to really have fun doing things. I am on the mission that I think I am meant to do here, or meant to accomplish, or to live here, but I don't want to have it with a long face, serious face. I am for those students who take it lightly, because really this thing called life is nothing but a dream, and there's nothing serious going on here. So I quite often tell people to relax, chill, ease off, and to have fun. So even whatever the energy clearance you do, whatever energy building for the future you do, make sure you have fun. All right? I wish everyone a wonderful sense of well-being. Much love and blessings to all. Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Dhammam saranam gacchāmi, Sangham saranam gacchāmi. JayaShri Maathaa, 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 JayaShri